jail wildfire. Arrest me, officer, lock the handcuff. As long as I in the studio, you will lock me up. Arrest me, I'll do jailhouse of hell, but I heavy if you fling me in the music cell. Skill right, daddy, yo. Yeah, man, archive this Enders DJ Wildfire. It's me, I said, the number one DJ on afternoon drive time experience. It's me, I say, you don't know, say 1873 FM radio. Keep the dial stuck, archive, so that man.
Welcome to the 1873 Nerd Galaxy.
The whole music, the whole atmosphere.
You have to experience it to believe it.
It's just epic.
Activate your brain.
Американская фирма Transceptor Technology.
Status activated.
Affirmative.
Be ready to be stimulated.
More brand new music.
Just bring it to me. Bring it to me.
Tell us what you think to this.
All right.
Just message us on Facebook.
Don't stop. Don't break it.
Right, 9 minutes gone after 3 p.m. It is the drive on a Friday, and thank you so much for joining us. This your Friday, TGIF, as many people would say. Yeah, thank you, Matseho. Yeah, we appreciate you so much, and we love you. All right, your drive, and we're hanging out together until 6 p.m. What's going to be happening is okay, I don't know what you want me to do with your phone. Men can multitask. It's proven. All right. Are you saying no? We can't.
No, you can't.
Okay. Let me switch on your microphones. Are you saying we can multitask?
No, you have an inability to. You zone out of one task when another one is put in front of you.
Another one just comes up mysteriously.
You can't do it. We've seen this. We've witnessed this. Let it go. It's not
Okay.
your strong point.
All right. Anyway, enough ganging up on a lonely man. All right. Maybe I should call my crew into the studio.
Call
Right.
them.
Tinaje, where you at, my guy? All right, it is the drive on a Friday, and thank you so much for joining us, choosing us. It's been a long week. Kelvin Zumbunu, my brother, what's good? It's been a while. You hit the brother up on the inbox, and let's have that conversation. See, no men can multitask.
No.
Introducing the
It's
show
not
and
about
greeting
you.
somebody in the show.
Not about you.
All right. So, being a Friday, I think it's an exciting day because we see individuals on the big screen. We see individuals on the ramp. We see individuals on mags and stuff like that, showcasing what they got to showcase. But we got to appreciate at the end of the day. And yeah, you may do the honors, Princess.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the drive. Today we have a special guest all the way from Swaziland, Miss Nolwazi Snowee Simelane. Woo, girl. Welcome to the show.
Thank you. It's a pleasure.
Okay. Nolwazi.
Nolwazi.
Okay. So there's a question that I asked you
Yes.
before we even came on air. As we proceed, I'll ask that question again because
Alright.
I need to find out. There's something I want to see. Right, we begin the drive on the 1873 FM, and obviously today happens to be your graduation day.
It is my graduation day.
And you're here?
Mm-hmm.
How?
Yeah.
It's just for now. I was there on the dials. I kicked out wildfire
Yeah.
a few hours ago, and I
Yeah.
took care of business.
Yeah,
Like a woman.
handling it.
I was
handling your own
handling it,
business.
right?
Eh?
High
That's
five.
cool. Yeah, man. Bring it in here. Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Yes, so I thought this will be a special day to have a special guest, and you know, to have someone to share this with me. You know, it's important for us women to support each other.
Oh, okay.
And to
So this is
wave
like
the flag.
So this is
Say,
like a
you know,
women affair.
It really is.
Okay.
It really is.
All right.
So Nolwazi came here to join me on this particular day of my graduation, but again, it's not about me. It's about my guest.
Right. Let
We
us.
wanted to find out about her hustle
Okay.
and her road to where she is
Jeez.
right now.
Awesome stuff. Right, let us kick off the drive this way. When we come back, we get into the conversation of the day.
thought you was a shy girl until I made you my girl. Girl, you pushed me like a big boy till I cuffed you like you did something. You ain't gotta wait for it. You ain't gotta wait for me to give you my love. You ain't gotta wait for it. Things are getting sticky, girl, I think that I'm stuck. I'll admit I'm wrong when I know that you gon' come for me. Yeah. Never gonna not hit by your love and it's just to me. And every time you hit my phone, you say you need company. Oh, I'ma run up on you. 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 Girl, you used to being quiet till I brought that loud. You say your dollars is a mountain, and your mama your accountant. You watch your figures, you a big deal. Got your Fresh Prince and a big wheel. Polo mink coat, that's a big kill. Put you on a phone like a windshield. I'll admit I'm wrong when I know that you gon' come for me. Yeah. Never gonna not hit by your love and it's just to me. And every time you hit my phone, you say you need company. Oh, I'ma run up on you. 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 I'ma run up.
Major keys, I'm the boss. Don't Griselda go off? Left from the loft and went to Bergdorf. Most of these dudes is really quite soft. 45 special, this is my cloth. About to drop an album, this is my fourth. I don't put sugar in my spaghetti sauce. Drop a freestyle and get these hoes perched. Fire burn, the orb, your man church. See girls, when my girls get right. Is this another day? Let your light shine bright. Ain't none of them in your life. Trim it up the game pan like them walk code. Just link with some hot girl out the road. Trim it up the way small, pretty boss wine. Rolex, not the pan on them dirty girl tie. Yo, I told him pull up on me, faster than Danica. That's on the lawn, tryna blow him like harmonicas. He call me queen, he know Nikki is the moniker. He wanna mix between Hillary and Monica. I switch it up, I switch it up. Rip the beat, then I stitch it up. Traveled and I bounced up all Sinead, sir. Barbie, I link up, major laser.
I'ma run up on you. 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 I'ma run up on you.
Floor classic.
Listen, I don't want to take your time up or anything, but I just thought I'd pop in to say that if you don't listen to Titch, can I have to kill you?
Oh, this is mad. You know that? This is really mad.
Oh man, that tune was so dope.
We're back, and we're having fun. Quick shout out. Are we allowed to give shout outs? Serious. All right,
Yes.
Bra Filippo Sibanda, good afternoon. Says watching you, my bro, at Kelvin Zumbunyu. And obviously shout out to all the ladies in the building. Thank you for following us and obviously hanging out with the Drive crew on a Friday.
No, we appreciate the holla.
Yeah, obvious.
Yeah, of course.
That's why we're here, to take it in.
Maybe why you here? Me, I'm here for other things, but we'll not get into that right now.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Okay, we
But
proceed.
yes, thank you, Wildfire.
Mm-hmm.
So As I said, with our guest here today, with Nolwazi, I have a few questions for the lady. She's acquired quite a portfolio, quite a resume over a couple of years. And, there are quite a number of people that may look at her as a role model, and her face is all over the show, all over the world, and she's done amazing things at her age already. So I just have a couple of questions so that for me and our listeners to be able to understand who she is, how she got where she is, and how she can help, young people that want to follow in a career path. So welcome, Nolwazi, and thank you for joining us.
Thank you once again. It's a pleasure being here.
No, I truly appreciate it. So let's get right into it. So Nolwazi, what inspired you, or what got you into the modeling industry?
Well, it's a long story. It only started with a school fundraising concert.
Okay.
Well, at school, I was not one of those kids. I was a nerd. Yeah.
Really?
So
Hear that, ladies?
Yeah, I was part of a committee which was fundraising.
Okay.
For charity. So one of the things on the list was like, you have to have a modeling fashion show.
Oh, wow.
And we were out of people since I'm from a mission school. And there were people didn't want to join the contest, like the fashion show. They were like, hey, what are the teachers going to say? And
So
as
the
organizers, I had to stand up and be like, okay, I'll do it. I don't care. Because we have to make this money. That's how it all started. And that's like over 10 years ago.
Amazing.
Yes.
Amazing. So it's all of this from a school function.
Yes.
Wow. So how is that when you discovered that you had a passion for this, or is that came later, or how was that first show?
Well, like I told you, I was a nerd at school. I had no friends. I had no boyfriend. I was the girl who was just all by herself.
Well, if I was looking at you, doesn't believe you.
Really?
Yeah, I'm like,
So
I wish I was in your school.
Well, so after the show, people were coming up to me. Can I be your friend? Can we share lunch together? I was like, okay.
So you became like Miss Popular.
Overnight?
Not really, but there were those people, but gradually.
I see.
Yeah.
You started getting recognition. But doesn't that happen to the best of us, though? That we sort of don't associate a lot. But when you do something that stands out, then people start noticing you. You're like you all alone in a crowd of 1,000 students. But no one notices you until you do something and everybody starts paying attention to you and they want to befriend you.
Right.
It happens.
Imagine.
I think I was that kind of student as well.
So one brave move in school for you became a career.
I mean,
that is unbelievable. But then when did you then become very serious and pursuing this as a way of life?
I think it was about 2 years later.
Okay.
I was home, I was done with high school, and I was bored.
Okay.
And then there was this modeling agency that was scouting around my hometown. And I was like, I did this before, and I was popular for it. Let me try it out. And then I did. But it was, at that time, it was a wrong move because I was not ready.
Oh, I see.
Yes.
So what was the hardest things you had to learn about?
To adapt. First thing, I've never the last time I walked in heels was that time at the concert.
Ooh.
And then I had to adapt. We'd go for rehearsals, I'd fall over, they'd laugh at me. My self-esteem was tarnished. Like it was.
You're so fragile.
Yes. Yes.
Oh my goodness. But that's the perception though, is that models look so composed and put together and they walk the runway so confidently. It's as if they're walking on clouds when they're walking in that ramp. So, we never think or consider that there's issues or you are dealing with anything emotionally.
Yeah.
So what are you always now as confident as you are when you're on the runway?
I'm not that confident.
Are you still shy?
Of course.
It's 10 years later.
Like when you have it in you, it's just like that. But when I get on the ramp, I just believe that I'm lucky because I have this agent who just pushes me. And whenever I'm about to go to the ramp, because he's also a designer,
Okay.
he'll be like, "You are going to close my show. You're going to walk like you've never ever walked before." And then he gives me that and I'll be like, okay.
So that confidence. So it's important to have good people that motivate you. And
of course, yeah.
Oh, that is amazing. So with all this that's been happening to you, what doors have opened for you going into this sort of career?
Oh God, a lot, and it's mostly things I was not expecting. Like I've never thought of being a pageant before, let alone an international pageant.
Yes,
so those doors were opening, and again, I didn't even think that I would model or walk the biggest runways in the world.
So how many countries have you
by-
walked? How many runways have you walked? This is something so exciting there's a little girl somewhere, there's a young woman somewhere that's going to be, who's shy like you. And, this is important information so that she can build herself, that confidence, to take a leap of faith.
Well, I stopped counting at 12.
12 countries, ladies and gentlemen, 12.
Yeah.
So, which are the best model? Which are the best brands or designers that you've worked with? Who are your favorites? Do you have favorites? Are you allowed to have favorites?
Well, I'm allowed because the designer is also my agent.
Okay.
So it's Clevin Leonard from New York. I've worked for him. I work for him. Like sometimes I always close his shows.
All right.
Whenever I work for him. So, and Del Scott from New York as well. I also worked for her. She's amazing.
That's unbelievable, guys. That is so exciting. Do you have a favorite dress that you wore on one of your runways?
Of course. There's this blue dress, but it's not from Clevin Leonard. It's from a designer from Venda. I wore it at Soweto Fashion Week. It was a blue wedding gown. My God.
Blue wedding gown?
That was magical. I was
guys, is that happening now? Is that the new
blue
trend
wedding
now?
gown?
What?
Yes. It was amazing. So
you felt
I even have that video on my Instagram. I had to have that video on my Instagram.
Guys, take a look. Go tag her. Go drop in and take a sneak peek into her box. You'll see amazing things in there. I'm gonna take a look, definitely. I wanna see that dress, that epic dress. But has this career built your confidence now? I mean, it's 10 years late, 8 years later now, since you started professionally. But
I can say a bit.
Do you see the progress?
A bit. It has built my confidence a bit. Because I used to be bad. As much as I was a nerd at school, I never used to raise up my hand and answer 2 questions. The way I was so shy.
I'm so shocked. I am so shocked right now. I am mind blown. But that's beautiful. That's a beautiful story.
Yes.
Now, you've touched on 2 things that I want to get, to find out more about your career. You spoke about your pageant that you entered.
Yeah.
Which pageant is that?
It's Miss Planet International.
Okay, so you represented Swaziland.
I represented Swaziland in Cambodia last year. Around this time last year.
Really?
Yes.
How many countries were represented in that pageant?
It was 60 countries, and there were only 3 African countries.
You are one of only 3?
Yes.
Guys, Swaziland made it to the top 3 in Cambodia. That is exciting. So did you make friends? How was the experience? And are you still in contact with some of the pageant contestants that you were competing with?
Of course. Models gotta stick together, because they'll be calling me and be like, hey, there's a show this side, and I'll be calling them like this. It's like Fashion Week this side. Come for audition.
Oh, so you built a network.
You have to build a network wherever you go as a model.
Oh, that's very exciting.
I like the fact that you mentioned that models stick together.
Yes.
Why is it so important for people to belong to networks or coming together, sticking together? Like you mentioned that you're now part of a network. Why is it so important though to belong to a network?
Why is it important to belong to a network?
Uh-huh.
Just like in friendship.
Yeah.
Whenever you're in a network with someone and whenever you get in trouble or there's something going on, you can always talk to someone.
Okay.
When you're in that network, you're
it's
not alone.
access.
Yes. And modeling is a very scary industry where you need to have people around you.
Okay,
Yes.
Interesting. That said and done, let's go on a breather. Musical interlude. When we come back, we continue with Nolwazi in the studio as well as Princess Majali graduation ceremony. We got to do this, eh? Right. So there's a playlist which I was given and I didn't have time to do it. But we'll see if we can find replacements for those. All right. For those that are following via social media platforms, you can hit us up on our socials. We're on Facebook and Twitter, as well as LinkedIn. The handle is at the 1873 FM. You can also send us your WhatsApp texts on 0826492451. 0826492451. If you're outside the country, prefix that with a +27. Let's get the conversations going.
Listen, I don't want to take your time up or anything, but I just thought I'd pop in to say that if you don't listen to Ditch, can I have to kill you?
Oh, this is mad. You know that? This is really mad.
Follow us Facebook, Twitter, Google Plus, and more. Facebook.
Get down.
To my crib. Just kidding, peeps. This is my crib. Come on in. Gaming HQ. Thanks to Telkom Smart Home Broadband. My boys here are kicking butt all over the globe. Wow, Apple TV got the ladies jumping. Just some of my crew taking care of business, tweeting, blogging, keeping connected, keeping networking social. You guys are gonna love this. Why cry when you can Wi-Fi? Come on.
Who's a thirsty widow bubba then?
Oh man, you're gonna edit that out, right?
Anda matasame. Tumeli la beta. Unono ngizo tumeli la beta. Ugote wela bi. Awiti ugote wela bi. Unono ngizo tumeli la beta. Unono ngizo tumeli la beta. Awesanda. Mangifona utolakali ukuthi ngduka nezo ngikhumbula umalavi athi ngivula idatha ngikinte kwasapi awesanda nene ngizama ngifona utolakali ukuthi ngduka nezo ngikhumbula umalavi athi ngivula idatha ngikinte kwasapi ugote wela bi. Ugote wela bi. Unono ngizo tumeli la beta. Unono ngizo tumeli la beta. Ugote wela bi. Awungithi ugote wela bi. Unono ngizo tumeli la beta. Unono ngizo tumeli la
love later. Me too bad no besofu. Me too bad no besofu. Me too bad no besofu. Mukshiye budu malaketa makaza. Me too bad no besofu. Me too bad no besofu. Me too bad no besofu. Mukshiye budu malaketa makaza. Tell you I'm going to see you. Ngizama swimming yasebenza ukuzendelendile. Tell you I'm important isimo. Ngizama swimming yasebenza ukuzendelendile. Ubude welabi. Ubude welabi. Ngcono ngizothumela love later. Ngcono ngizothumela love later. Ubude welabi. Awungithi ubude welabi. Ngcono ngizothumela love later. Ngcono ngizothumela love later. Thumela love later. Ngcono ngizothumela love later.
Music. Don't stop.
Sun is shining and so are you.
The most commercial-free hit music all summer.
A king. The Mix King. Ron G. Now look what you made me do.
Special delivery.
Can't touch my faggots, Mix King. Look what you made me do. You can't touch my. Look what you made me do.
At 15:36, yours and our time on the drive. Friday, graduation Friday, end of the line.
Yes, sir. Sir, yes, sir.
It's been an exciting experience, eh?
It's been a journey.
Is
been
it?
Scary. If something doesn't scare you, don't do it. It's not
Is
worth it.
Exactly.
You know?
Yeah, just like me sitting here. It scares me. Eh? All right, back to you, Princess.
Thank you so much, DJ Wildfire. Anyway, back to you, Nolwazi. Just a couple of questions now. Since you are well established in your modeling career, and you've done a couple of pageants, and now you're venturing into an acting career.
Yep.
Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, I only started acting last year.
Okay.
I think around June last year, so it's less than a year. And so far, it's been good. Today I was watching myself on Netflix.
Oh, you have something on Netflix. What do you have? So I guess can watch
Queen Sono. Queen Sono. I think stayed by Peltusi.
Yes.
I was like, look at me.
I am so watching it this weekend. It's all about Queen Sono.
Yeah.
How was the experience though?
It was great. But compared to modeling, I think acting takes a lot of time.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, because when I was watching the series today, I was like, okay, we shot that scene for like 5 days and it's only like 5 minutes. So it's like that. I think acting takes a lot of time, and it takes because sometimes we shoot late at night.
Okay.
For Queen Sono and the other movies and series I've shot. So it's just hectic.
So what did you discover about, because I mean for us, I mean we see the finished product, we see the complete production, we watch the show, we watch the movie, we watch the complete production. What have you learned from being behind the scenes?
What I've learned is that you have to love what you're doing.
Okay.
Because if you'd go into acting because you want fame, you'd never survive. Sometimes you'd shoot at 2 a.m. You'd be like, gosh, I'd be sleeping by now. But because you love what you're doing, you have the passion for it, you'd continue. You just want to do this thing.
That makes sense. So now that you still in the modeling scene, are you looking to retire in that world and move into an acting career full time?
Well, there's still a lot to do.
Okay.
I still have my body intact. So maybe after 30, I'll be like, okay, now it's time to retire. Yeah. But now I'm still good.
Oh, okay.
I'm still good.
So you still have a couple of years, good years to pursue the modeling.
And make money. That's the most important thing.
Oh, absolutely.
I'll not retire from modeling having not made money. I have to make money out of it.
But you've made a name for yourself, for your rich.
Of money.
So you've worked hard. So you've reached a point where you are able to now live in the way that we see the modeling industry. It's very glamorous from the outside. Is it as glamorous in the background as we see it?
Hell no.
Really?
No.
Oh, what is happening back there that we don't know about?
No, the endless hours of rehearsals.
Yes.
Endless hours of traveling.
Okay.
Well, that goes for international models. But if you're a local model, you're good. You just take an Uber and go wherever. You just drive to wherever the show is. But endless hours of traveling, the 24, the 36 hours of traveling. And when you get there, you just have to go straight to the rehearsal. No resting, no what. It gets tiring.
So you don't even get to see the cities that you go to?
You don't even get to see the cities because it's rehearsals maybe for 8 to 12 hours a day.
Sure. Because I mean the thing is, I think a lot of people take for granted that we just see you on the runway. And you think, no, all models do is sit around, watch soapies in the background and until it's time for them to walk the runway.
No.
And we don't think that there's all this hard work, attached to the industry.
Yeah.
So I just wanted for you to just sort of walk us through like a typical day.
A typical day.
In preparing for, I don't know, a fashion week or some
fashion
sort.
week. Okay. Let's say maybe they'll call you a fashion week. Maybe they'll call you on Tuesday. On Monday they'll call you for designers. Like designers are picking their models.
Okay.
Or designers are fitting their models.
All right.
And then on Tuesday we start in rehearsal.
Okay.
Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, maybe there's a pre-party because
right.
there are parties. There are parties.
Can I be invited to parties? Can I be part of the parties? Like, on fire. Can you be my plus one for the party? I'll come running. I won't say no, by the way. I won't say no though.
So it's rehearsals, fittings, and the rehearsals are intense because there'll be like from 30 to 60 designers, and each and every designer has a way they want to present themselves. So you have their routine. You have to have a different routine, different way you walk, and you have to memorize that for each and every designer that you're working for.
Unbelievable, guys. We really take a lot for granted in the modeling industry. Yeah. But now that you're venturing into the acting as a career path, are there any people, any stars that you've worked with that you are excited about, or any of your celebrity crushes, even better?
I don't have celebrity crushes locally. So I've worked with a lot of actors. I've worked with Upele Pelensladla, Vio Dabula, Pearl Tusi, A lot. Fezi, what's his name? Andile something. Fezile from Spy. I've worked on Spy. I've worked on Rhythm City. Soapies I've done. I've worked with Bohang Moeko.
Okay.
He's on Isitingo, so we were shooting a movie. I've worked with it quite a lot, and I got used to it because sometimes, like from Swaziland, I've never seen a celebrity before, and when you get, you get into the shooting scene, and you're like, okay, but anyways, I'm at work, but you get used to it.
You can't be starstruck.
Yeah,
Is that what you're saying?
you
can't be starstruck.
You can't. Because the person will be like, and then?
We don't have groupies on sets.
No.
Okay, got you. So what are you currently working on though? On what have you worked on till now?
Between school, modeling, acting, my side hustle, my business ventures, and because you cannot only say that I'm only getting my money from modeling or acting.
All right.
Patrice Motsepe once said, if you want to be a billionaire or want to be better in life, you have to at least have five or over income, anything that brings
Sources
you
of
income, sources of income. Yeah. So yeah, I've been working.
So what are your side hustles? I'm listening. What are your business interests then, and what are you pursuing at the moment?
Business interest is retail.
Okay.
On the beauty and health industry.
Okay.
Because I work with models, I work with actors, people who have to invest on their images
And
in
the
order to
appearance.
make money in the appearance. So I work in the beauty industry. I sell hair, I sell waist trainers, and right now I'm busy working on lotions and scrubs for cellulite and stretch marks.
Oh, lovely.
So yeah, it's
girl, yo.
it's a pack. It's what I use. So I'd love other people to try it and be better and just improve their
So
appearance.
you're promoting healthy living,
Of
in
course.
terms of taking care of yourself, in terms of beauty products, in terms of health products. But you also have a qualification. You have a degree.
Of course.
What degree do you have?
Food science, nutrition, and technology.
Wildfire,
It's
you hear
still
that?
health. It's still health and beauty.
It's a lot, right? She is like concentrating on like all facets of living in a healthy and confident manner. So I mean, you're promoting health. You're a model, but are you always on a diet then? Because the assumption is that models, actresses, and people of those industries are always under pressure to look a certain way and for you to secure work.
Well, what I can say is that I'm not as lucky as most models. Some models can eat anything and not gain an inch. I am big. Like, I used to be big.
Oh, wow. So this is for you conscious.
Yeah, so 95% of the time I'm always on a diet. That's why I even started the cellulite and stretch marks cream, because I was helping myself. And then I realized that this thing is working on myself, so why not make money out of it?
Those are multi-billion-dollar industries you're talking about.
Yes, beauty.
Ooh, get you some, girl. Get some of that money. Get some of that paper.
Of course, and the waist trainers. I love food. That's why I'm big. So, so I have to wear that waist trainer to suppress the appetite and to work on that tummy. Yes,
to keep the figure. No, I get you. I get you.
Those are my side hustles.
Right, interesting. Keep those comments coming. We'll share them shortly. It's The Drive.
Refresh.
You feel it, baby?
An essential dance floor classic. An essential dance floor classic.
Work in the mix. Work in the mix.
FM.
To advertise with us, call our sales and marketing department on 011-5684-272. Terms and conditions apply.
Driving you into the future. Unleashing the sacred sounds of the motherland. Radio has never tasted this good. From this side of the hemisphere. Drive.
3 minutes before 4 p.m. Still so much to come. At 5, we've got Matsejo with Innovation Conversations. So we'll see if she can handle this on her own. or you'll be there. I mean,
No, I'll be here.
You'll be there. Yeah.
Full power supporting you, fella.
And Nolwazi also. She'll be here. All right. So it'll be Girls Power on radio. I mean, it's allowed to take a backseat at times. Let other kids handle business.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Wildfire.
So how did Mswati miss you?
Oh wow.
I've been waiting to ask that question.
I mean,
the king.
Oh my God.
The king likes beauty. Go across the borders.
There are a lot of girls and stuff.
Is it? Also, you are not in his radar.
Maybe he doesn't even know me.
Didn't know what he missed.
Woo, it's a whole powerhouse, ne?
Whole powerhouse.
It's a whole lot of women. Maybe that's the case. I don't know. Too much.
Okay. All right. So, in terms of being a model, and you are looked at as a role model by a whole lot of youngsters who are growing up and looking at getting into the field. I think Princess touched on that as well. You are in media yourself. When people look at you, they see media. They see somebody they can relate to, somebody they can pay attention and listen to when you talk. Do you think as individuals within the media, we are doing enough to make a difference in the world in terms of advocating, whether it's for health, advocating for poverty, advocating for good living? I like the fact that you mentioned that you in the health space here. Do you think as media people we are doing enough?
Well, with the help of social media, I think we are getting there.
Right.
We are doing enough. I think we are getting there. With the help of social media, the generation that we're in now, and I won't say it's kids.
Yeah.
The adults already. They are into this social media scene, and I'm sure by now every company or every initiative they're into social media.
Right.
So if you spread the word through social media,
you're able to reach out.
You'll be reaching out to almost.
Oh, okay. And if you were to have a conversation around what my mother never told me about adulting, about the modeling world, what would it be? Things my mother never told me about modeling.
Your mother or my mother?
Your mother. No, it's just a word. A phrase. Yeah, things my mother never told me.
I get you. One thing I can tell you about modeling is it's a harsh industry.
Right.
A very harsh industry. So to be there, you have to have a thick skin.
Right, thick skin.
Thick skin, because you'd find out 80% of models are into drugs.
Hey, that's crazy.
They're abusing alcohol. And you when you go back, you'll find out that it is only because earlier on in the day they told her that she was fat.
Okay.
Or she was not black enough.
Oh,
because
sure.
Those are the phrases we get when you model internationally.
You're not black enough.
You're not black enough.
You're fat.
You're fat.
You're not tall enough.
Who do you think you are?
Okay.
What do you want here? You travel the whole way
Mhm.
to Europe or to the US
Mhm.
to do what?
So can we then say there is really no shared understanding as to the role of models?
You can say that, but it's getting there. We have a lot of these people like Tyra Banks who are
Yeah.
working tirelessly to get to erase the fact that the fact that only models are supposed to be this thin
Mhm.
or this black
Yeah.
or this white.
Right.
Yes.
Oh,
so
okay.
they're working tirelessly. I think in the next 5 years, you won't be getting those comments.
So
as a model.
maybe it's you and Snowy here need to have a show with models where you get to unpack the experiences of models, you know, because I think there is a lot of things that are not being shared, that are not being told,
Yeah,
that
and
you're
I
saying
think
right
there's
now.
also a lot of misconceptions
In terms of
Because
what modeling is.
We look at them and they're like these. They look like these perfect beings because they are selected from, you know, a pool of women that you are fit to be able to walk this runway, and we put all this pressure and this expectation from them that they are these perfect individuals. So they don't have problems. They are a size 30 or whatever.
A size 15.
They call it size 0.
A size zero.
Okay.
And you know, we have this misconception that, and we dehumanize them because now they look like dolls. So we
Right.
think that because they are the perfect doll and they're making all this money, they're on these runways, they have no real feelings. And I think that there needs to be a shattering of that that perception.
Perception, yeah. So are we seeing a show in the makings between you and her where we demystify the idea of modeling and all these misconceptions that are out there in the world? Drugs, prostitution, abuse. You know, there's a whole lot of things that are being said about models. So, but I mean, here you are. I wouldn't say you take drugs, do you?
No.
Exactly. So, it's your experiences that you are sharing with the rest of the world, and by so doing, you're playing your part in educating individuals about what modeling is all about.
Yeah.
So, can we see a show in the making?
What do you
If
think?
Nolwazi will have us, I'd love for her to come back, and people that she's worked with in the industry to
So
just talk about
talk about this. Let's demystify modeling and let's have real life experiences and stories being told. By so doing, we're playing our part in the world in terms of sharing what modeling is and isn't.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. And right now, you're just giving me an idea, business ideas, since I'm a businesswoman.
See?
I love it.
See,
This is why she was so important.
And see why you needed me here. Yes.
I think one thing
I'm
I
joking.
can also do,
Mhm.
it's either a model manual or an ebook, because everyone is on social media now, or an ebook to explain what modeling is. Because people have they have this misconception of a model is supposed to look like this. Modeling is actually for everyone.
Oh,
There are 10 types.
Serious?
There are
Can I-
10 types of modeling.
can I
The
showcase?
runway is
Look
just
look at Wildfire. He wants a
I'm
career
keeping
in
it.
the modeling.
I'm keeping it.
not on the runway. Maybe on billboards or something.
Okay.
That's still modeling.
Yeah.
So
Maybe
that's the misconception.
Maybe you can
people
self with
have.
Calvin Klein. I don't know. Calvin Klein.
Yeah, I was getting all excited that I'm on the run.
But she's saying that there's room for you in the industry.
room
On the
for
billboard.
everybody.
On a billboard. What's wrong with the billboard?
On
We see you
TV.
on. We see billboards on the highway every day.
I want to be walking. Jesus walked with me. I walk like Jesus did also on that ramp. No, but I like the fact that you're talking about an ebook. But you see, with advent of technology, advent of podcasting, you know, we can have a series, you know, where you actually literally podcast.
Yeah.
And like this conversation already, it's recorded, meaning after the show, you've got a podcast that you able to share with your friends and say, look, I was on radio. These are the things that I had to share my life experiences. These are the other things or ideas that came into being. And hear what they say as well. You never know other ideas that can come up and you and her can build something bigger than this conversation that we're having now.
Yeah.
We've just sown a seed, and let's see if that seed germinates.
Oh, you're already puppeteering, Puppet Master.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. That's my job, eh?
I see the evil wheels turning in your head.
and already I've got the intro.
You have. You paved the way.
You're right. Okay, back to you.
Thank you so much. Just to close off though, is there anything that's from all your experiences, whether it's from the modeling, from the acting, from all your other ventures that you've gotten into in your life, that you've learned?
Well, from everything, what I've learned is that whenever you want to do something or pursue that goal that you have to give it your all. You have to have the passion for it. You don't have to do it because you want fame.
All right. Yes, you did touch
Because
on that.
you'll get the fame, you'll be on that paper for maybe a few days, and then
you fizzle out.
you'll be like, okay, I got what I wanted. Now I've got
Now
my
what?
followers, I'm good. And then you'll stop doing that, and they'll be like, okay, she's dead.
All right,
But
I
if you
see.
want to do something, have that passion, give it your all, give it your 110%, and then you'll see where it'll take you.
But I think that's the thing, though, is that the problem is that there is this whole glamorization of careers, you know,
Mhm.
because when you are a runway model, you are seen as someone very glamorous, and we never think about all the hard work that
Mhm.
goes into, and the travel and the sacrifices that you make to get yourself to the places that you are. Because, you know, when you speak of models, we have our certain role models or certain figures that we see, like your Tyra Banks, your Naomi Campbells, and all those big women. Are those some of the role models that you have, and people that drive you in terms of continuing in this career?
Of course, especially, both of them, Naomi Campbell's and Tyra Banks.
Yeah.
They are my role models. Why? Because they paved the way for dark-skinned models.
Okay.
I'm where I am today. I'm working Atlantic City Fashion Week, Philadelphia Fashion Week. This year I'll be going to London in Italy because of them. If it wasn't for them, if they didn't fight to be on that ramp when they told them you are not white, I wouldn't be
have a
there.
career.
I wouldn't have a career. I wouldn't even be sitting here.
That's inspiring.
So yeah.
So those are your role models and people that, would you be starstruck if you were in a show and here strolls in Naomi Campbell?
I never get starstruck anymore. But I think with those two, I'd lose it.
So are you planning on crossing over and modeling full-time in maybe the US, since you've already modeled in Philadelphia and Atlantic City and New York?
Yeah.
So are you thinking of transitioning into modeling into the United States? Maybe?
Well, if the opportunity avails itself, obviously.
So I hope our USA listeners are listening in.
Yeah, I'm coming.
And speaking of the US, because you're also into the acting industry, are you looking into finding ways to get into Hollywood?
Of course, I'm already paving.
So you're working towards
over
that.
there.
2020 goals.
Of course, I have to. We're not playing here.
Yeah, we only have
we're
a
not
certain
playing here.
amount of time to make all these things happen.
Yeah.
But are you not scared of, because Hollywood has transcended into the rest of the world. And I mean you're on Netflix now, which is that maybe another gateway that you're looking at getting into doing bigger productions for bigger production houses?
I think the mistake we make whenever we go, we get to bigger platforms, is wanting to look like someone or be someone or appear as that person you look up to.
Okay.
Instead of being yourself. That's where models and most actors get it wrong.
Oh, I see.
When you get there, just be you. Maybe that being you is going to pave even get you into bigger places.
But then, is there room then for African actors with African stories,
of course,
into the Hollywood scene? Because I mean, Hollywood is quite vast, and they're trying to get into other countries and interact with other cultures. But is there room for us as Africans and to tell our stories on those platforms?
Definitely, of course, there is room for Africans. One of my friends, Pelens Lala, is in California now. He's in New York.
Oh wow!
He's in New York for this movie. I think it was Zulu Wedding.
Okay, yes.
And the Seriously Single movie will also be in California again. I think it was supposed to be in March. It was supposed to be there in March. So there is, if South African movies are making it up there, and they're making it to the Oscars, they're nominated, that means we are getting somewhere.
Your balances are paving the way and opening up those gateways for other people. Are you gonna follow those footsteps in the future?
Why not?
Go for it.
Why not?
Go for it. That's really exciting. So, any role models from Hollywood you have? Any actors, actresses, producers that you really admire and would wish to work with in the future?
Well, this one's not from Hollywood though.
Okay.
Tyler Perry.
Oh, really?
I love his movies. One day I wish to work with someone as talented and as gifted as him. He's not into the Hollywood scene. He's got his own thing. He's got his own studios, and he's independently working for on his own. And for a black person, it's big.
That is a big
as a black person, I want to be part of that movement. So I'd love to work with Tyler Perry as much as I'd love to go to Hollywood. But this one,
but Tyler Perry has a certain sort of kind of role for black women. He's always, I don't know if it's just me that's noticed, but there's always this powerful black woman that he always shows in his movies. I mean, anything from Diary of a Mad Black Woman to Acrimony.
Yeah.
It's always this powerhouse female role. Is that what you resonate with, or are you resonating with his artistic view?
His artistic view, actually, because the stories he tells are things that happen today.
Okay, yes.
It's something that we can reflect on and be like, oh my God,
I can relate to this. I know someone like this.
So that's why maybe I'm one of his fans.
I see a Tyler Perry movie night between us. But anyway, but now in terms of your philanthropy, I'm sure that there's charity works that you've done, and what's close to your heart right now?
Well, I've been in South Africa for quite some time, and back in Swaziland when I was still Miss Planet Eswatini.
Yes.
I started a foundation to help the poor and the elderly.
All right.
And I want to revive that, even though the title of Miss Planet is gone. But I want to have that thing, because when I was doing the charity work, I realized that there's a lot that needs to be done for the poor. Swaziland is one of the most poorest countries. We have not even reached third world status, and because of poverty, not because of infrastructure and other things. So I'd want to work on that and revive my foundation. That I
Okay.
started when I was still a.
What
so,
does your foundation focus on, though? Apart from, I know that it focuses on. I hear that it focuses on alleviating poverty, and but do you have educational programs? Do you provide scholarships? What does the foundation do?
I think with educational programs and scholarships will be when I have retired from
From the
modeling.
Oh yes, because it takes you all over the world. So you.
So most of the time, I have to be there if it's educational programs, because who's going to teach them?
Of course.
But then I travel all the time. But when I retire in a few years' time, I'll be in Swaziland. I'll be able to do that. Yeah.
Oh, that's beautiful. So anything else you want to leave us with, or there are people listening out there in the world, and just to touch on, because we've touched on your career as a model, your career as an actress, and your philanthropy, your hustles, your business opportunities, and things you're pursuing. With all that encompassed, what sort of message do you have for young women in our day and age? Because some of the times people feel as if they are trapped in the way they were brought up, and trying to find access to sort of opportunities. And what would you say to motivate someone that's trying to get themselves out or get themselves to the next step?
Well, I'll direct this to aspiring models.
Okay.
Yeah, because that's what I know.
Okay. Yes.
Over 10 years of my life, I've been doing that. With acting, I cannot say much in acting. I'm still new.
But you're already in big Netflix productions, my dear. I mean, that is huge.
But I'm still new.
Okay.
You'd be saying it's huge if I was the star of the movie. That'd be huge. But then, all I can say is that as much as modeling is a harsh industry, if you want to do it, there's nothing that should stop you. If you can go online now. We living on a social media era, and you can go online. There are tutorials. There's everything, and modeling is actually fun, especially if you love traveling like me.
Oh, lovely!
It's fun. You meet new people from different backgrounds, different cultures. You make friends, and you're able to relate with other people and from various environments.
But then, what has humbled you then
and
again
fit
with
in.
these interactions? Because I mean, for us, when you see movies, because that's the only way a lot of people see the rest of the world is through the media, through movies and shows and documentaries and things like that. So since you've been to all these 12 countries so far, what is something that is common in all the different countries that you've come to visit?
Well, every country differs.
Really?
Every country it differs, especially in Africa.
All right.
I won't include the countries outside Africa that I've been to, but every country differs. Especially you'd see that, okay, now I'm in Nigeria.
Okay.
People are different. This is not South Africa anymore.
How's it?
And when you're in Nigeria, you not say I'm from South Africa.
Really?
Of course. You don't say I'm from South Africa when you're in Nigeria. They'll be like, oh, okay. And I'll be like, no, I used the airport when So every other country differs.
All right.
That's what I've learned.
Okay. Because I'm just touching on your experiences. Because I mean, and cuisines, and so there's so much in different countries that you experience. And
I don't get to eat.
I'm so sad for you. You don't see the landscape and you don't get to eat.
Well, the water tastes different.
Good to know. Good to know. I hope our water tastes the most delicious.
Yeah.
All right then. Yeah. Wildfire. Yeah. It's been such an incredible show. Just one more thing. What's in the future for Miss Simelane?
Making more money.
I love it.
Getting that bag.
Getting that paper.
That's what they say. They say getting that bag, get the bag. So
you heard it from the lady, guys.
yeah,
Make
because
that
I'm
money.
old now. I have to make money. I have to start saving.
Yes.
Yeah, for the kids and all that.
And
so
that lifestyle
in the future,
that you want to. Okay.
I don't even follow the model's lifestyle. Sometimes I'm in my cornrows, no makeup. I'm just chilled.
Do you believe that wildfire?
I'll tell you one day.
Yeah, yeah, you are my African queen. Ooh, Lord, just like the sun, light up the earth, you light up my life. The only one I ever see with a smile so bright. Hey, and just yesterday, you came around my way. You changed my horse in way with your astonishing beauty. Oh, you couldn't make a brother sing. No ordinary thing, a supernatural being. And no, you are brighter than the moon, brighter than the star. I love you just the way you are. And you are my African queen, the girl of my dreams. You take me where I never been. Yeah. You make my heart go ding-a-ling-a-ling. Oh, you are my African queen, the girl of my dreams. And you remind me of a thing.